Hey y'all, welcome back. Today we are tackling every single room in the house. I'm going to be making an easy and delicious dinner recipe. We're going to be unrolling some new rugs throughout the house, and I'm also going to be sharing some answers to your questions over from Instagram. So I hope y'all came here needing some motivation. If you're new here, I would love to have you stick around and subscribe, but let's get started.
The way you make me feel, don't need to pretend. Another broken plate, another called off date. We never seem to get it right. Another heart attack, words that we can't take back. We are the reason opposites attract.
Started out with some iced coffee. I'm going to open up the blinds and let the sunlight in. We're going to be starting out in the master bedroom today because I wanted to get my bed made up. And then I also had a new rug for in here. This is it right here on the floor. I was so excited to get that put in because I've been wanting a rug in our bedroom since we got married. I feel like it makes everything look so much more cozy and welcoming. So Will's going to help me do that here in just a second. But as for right now, we're going to go ahead and get this bed made up. I had to wash some of our pillowcases because Oliver spilled his apple juice. So we're going to get that taken care of, put all those back on. There was lots of clutter in this room. I needed to get all of the surfaces wiped down. So we're just going to give this room a really good reset.
'Cause without you, everything means nothing. You make me lose my mind like all the time. It still feels right. Sitting by the
Okay, on a whim today over on Instagram, I asked y'all to ask me some questions that I could answer in today's video. I feel like this is just a fun way to kind of switch things up. And I've got some new people around here, so I want y'all to kind of get to know me. And I would love to get to know y'all if you want to leave your name and something about you down in the comments. I feel like we get a lot more personal over on Instagram than we do on YouTube. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, I would love to have you over there. But if you don't have an Instagram, I always love to chat with y'all down in the comment section. But anyways, I asked y'all to ask me some questions, and y'all gave so many good questions. So I'm going to go through as many as I can and try to answer all of them. These nightstands were covered in junk and then also milk splatters from Oliver's bottle. So I'm just taking my multi-surface spray to wipe those down. But the first question says, how long did it take you to grow your YouTube channel to be able to do it full time? And to be able to do it full time, I just wanted to make as much as I was teaching. And so it took me about a year and a half. And I know it's different for everybody. That was posting extremely consistently, and I know tons of people who grew way faster than that and, you know, made way more than me way quicker. But I tried my best to be consistent, and I learned so much along the way. Now looking back, I can hardly watch the videos that I made when I first started. It was so cringy. I could not do a voiceover. I don't know what was wrong with me. I still kind of get awkward in voiceovers, but I was really awkward back then. And so I don't even know why people watched me. But anyways, it took consistent uploads for about a year and a half to make as much as I was teaching. So that's what it was. That's really what I was trying to do before I quit, was just make as much as I was teaching. And I had another question come in. I'll go ahead and answer it. And it said, what does your husband do for you to be able to stay home with Oliver? And that's not the case. Unfortunately, I really needed an income, so I had to either keep my teaching job or make this work. And so that's another thing. I was really driven to make this work because I wanted to stay home with baby Oliver. So when I got pregnant with Oliver, I worked harder than ever. You can ask Will. I stayed up till like 3 a.m. a lot of nights. Sometimes I pulled all-nighters just to kind of like get videos going and also teach at the same time. It was rough for a while, but totally worth it, and I'm so thankful for y'all for supporting this dream of mine. It's been so nice to stay home with baby Ollie. It is still very difficult to work from home and have a baby, but it's so much better to be able to spend time with him. Everybody's different, so some moms might want to just go back to work because I understand that point of view too. But I am so thankful to be able to stay home with baby Oliver. This is our new rug. It's from RUGS USA. I am obsessed. The only thing I'm kind of like on the fence about is the tassels. I thought they were a little bit smaller. I may end up trimming those off and then just tying them off. I found a way to do that, so I'm going to maybe look into that. But other than that, I feel like this makes our room look so cozy, and I'm so excited about it. Okay, I had to stop real quick and tell you all about this pillow. Y'all know I have to tell you every time we find a really good bedding find. I've been really trying to up our bedding game lately. Will and I are both pushing 30 at this point, and, you know, it's not fun waking up with a backache. So I have found that the Marlow Pillow is incredible. This pillow is amazing because you can unzip it and it adds extra plushness. It has a zipper on both sides. But if you like an extra firm pillow, you can zip it up. See, it's super plush right now. but if you zip it up, it adds firmness. And both Will and I, we sleep kind of similar, and so we like a firm pillow sometimes, and then sometimes we like an extra plush pillow. It just depends on how we're feeling that night. So with this one, if you're in the middle of the night and you wish your pillow was a little bit more firm, you just zip it up, or if you want a softer pillow, you can unzip it, and it's so awesome. So we love the Marlow Pillow. It's also just so comfortable. It's by the makers of Brook Linen, if that tells you anything. They have a seriously good reputation for bedding. And so we have just been loving this pillow. It's incredible. Cannot recommend it enough. We value sleep more than ever right now because Oliver has finally reached an age where he's sleeping through the night, and it's just incredible to be able to sleep well. Not to mention, Will and I both get really hot in our sleep, and this pillow has cooling infused memory foam, which is incredible because it is not fun to be sweating in the middle of summer in your sleep. So this pillow also keeps you really cool. So you get your added plushness if you want it. You get the cooling effect. If you want it firm, you just zip it up. This pillow is amazing. Not only that, but Marlow offers a free 365-day return policy. Plus, they have a 2-year warranty if you're not happy with your purchase. And huge news, Marlow is actually offering up to 30% off right now, plus an additional 20% off when you use my link below. So if you get 2 to 3 pillows, you get 20% off plus the additional 20% with my link. And then if you're getting 4 or more pillows, you get 30% off plus the additional 20% off. So if you're on the hunt for a new pillow, check out Marlow. Click that link below. Get yourself a Marlow pillow and change the way that you sleep.
Why do you do it? Why do you bring me back around? Make me go through it. Only to...
Now moving into the living room, I had a new rug for in here too, but we're going to go ahead and straighten up, move all of Oliver's toys to his room, and vacuum this rug before I roll it up because I'm going to take this to my sister's work. She's going to use it there somewhere. And we're going to bring in the new rug. I'm excited about that. But the next question on this list is baby number 2 happening soon? And I had several of y'all ask that same question. And if you've been watching me for a while, you know that we really want to get pregnant in the fall because that would give us a little summer baby and it would kind of like break up their birthdays. But we're ready whenever the Lord is ready. So Oliver is so excited to have a sibling. He needs a little playmate. He's at that age now where he just wants to play with somebody 24/7. And if you ask him, do you want a brother or do you want a sister? He gets so excited and he nods his head. I don't know if he knows what we're talking about or not, but he gets excited. And so we're excited for that. Will and I are on the same page now, and so hopefully that will happen soon. But let's go ahead and roll up this rug. We're going to bring in the new one. This one is from RUGS USA too. And I love RUGS USA. They have so many beautiful rugs on their website, so definitely check them out. The ones that I have here today, I'm going to link them below for y'all in case you're interested. But I like this one because it's still really neutral like our other one, but it has a lot more character, and it also ties in lots of that gray that we have going on throughout our house. So excited about this. On that TV wall, I have plans to do a built-in fireplace with maybe like a bench attached for the entryway. And so hopefully that will happen very soon. That TV stand won't be there long, but I do feel like it looks really good with this rug anyways. But we're going to put some weights on this rug and look at baby Oliver. He loved the new rug and he's going to do a little dance. So enjoy like 30 seconds of baby Oliver dancing.
Maybe I'm all wrong, but maybe that's alright. Oh, 'cause whatever way I try, I never win this fight. That's how it goes when you want it for a love that's bad. That's all I get. Just the sweetest thing I never had. I can't regret, even though I may be sad. Ooh, the sweetest thing I never had. That's how it goes. That's how...
Someone said, what are your go-to toddler meals and snacks? And I honestly would love y'all's opinion on this because Oliver is not super picky, but I don't feed him super healthy food and I need some healthy options. He loves goldfish. He loves Fruit Loops. I was eating lunch with my friend the other day and she said that Fruit Loops are literally the worst thing you can feed your kid. I had Fruit Loops in a little thing for Oliver, so I don't know if I recommend that, but he loves goldfish. He loves Ritz Bits. He loves those applesauce pouches. He loves any kind of fruit. So he likes strawberries and grapes and oranges and all of the fruits. And he loves bread and noodles And I read the other day that it's actually really good for toddlers to eat lots of carbs. So I was really glad to hear that because he hardly ever eats protein. But he will eat some chicken nuggets, just simple stuff like that. So if y'all have snack ideas for toddlers, leave them down in the comments below. But now we're moving on to the kitchen. I had the windows open because we're going to be cleaning the oven. The oven was so bad. I don't know how it gets so bad in like a matter of a month or two. I feel like I clean the oven all the time. Luckily it has that self-clean feature, but it gets so dirty. So anyways, we're starting out in the nook. We're going to wipe down the table and the windowsill, and then windowsill? I don't ever know how to say that word. We're going to vacuum and then move into the other part of the kitchen.
We don't have to drift inside this dome. I will not let us fade away. It's not a price I wanna pay, and it's not too late. No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that
At the end of this day, it felt so good to have our whole entire house clean. That rarely happens, but you could really tell a difference in the whole family's mood. Like, the family as a whole was just in such a better mood. Everybody was happy, and Oliver was playing, and it was just so happy. I don't know what it is. Something about the like state of your house really does affect people's moods and like your just ability to kind of function in life. I cannot function in a dirty space. One time I was talking to my brother Tyler, and we're kind of the same way. We cannot start a project unless the space we're in is clean first. Like when we were kids, we could not start on our homework until our bedroom was clean. So I don't know if that's just a weird quirk or if there's something to that. But anyways, let's move on to the oven. The oven was so bad on this day. I do not know how it gets like this. Apparently we are wild cookers, but we're going to go ahead and set this self-clean for 4 hours, and I'm not going to make y'all wait. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward and let y'all see the end product here in just a second. It looks amazing when it's all done.
turn around 180 degrees and cross the sea.
So when that self-clean was done, I opened it up and I realized I didn't take the racks out, and I don't know if that's dangerous or not, but the racks came so clean, so I'm glad I left them in there. But we're going to go ahead and wipe out all of that white stuff. It's like the ashes of what burnt off, but it came completely clean. So I love having an oven that does this. Y'all remember, if you've been around for a while, at my apartment, we had to do the Easy Off oven cleaner, and that stuff stinks so bad, and it works really good, but it was just such a pain, and I'm so glad to have this feature now. It's so easy to clean the oven. So we're going to get that taken care of, and then we're going to move on to the stovetop. For the stovetop, I'm just going to use some Barkeeper's Friend and a copper sponge. And the copper sponge really makes all the difference, because I used to use Barkeeper's Friend with a different sponge and it did not work this well. But this combination is so amazing for your glass stovetop. So if you have the same stovetop as me, definitely try this. It gets off all of the marks, even the little ones that are stuck on around the burner rings. It is so good. So highly recommend that. We're going to take some Sprayway here in a second and shine everything up. But I have another question that I have to answer. So the next question on the list is, do you miss teaching? And sometimes I think about, like, do I want to go back to teaching eventually? And the answer is always no. I do not want to go back to teaching. I miss my students. I had some really sweet students, and sometimes I miss certain aspects of it. But as a whole, I do not miss it. And if I had it to do over again, I honestly would probably get a different degree. I think teaching is really rewarding, and my heart goes out to all of the teachers out there. I have so much respect, because it's not as easy as everyone makes it seem, you know? Everybody's like, you have summers off, you have all these no, it's not like that. You have to work all summer long. You have professional developments. Not only that, but you're worrying about the school year ahead. You're preparing, you're decorating your classroom, you're getting lesson plans ready. And so it's just a really kind of intense job people don't realize. But anyways, I loved teaching. I'm glad that I did teach for the 2.5 years that I did. I think it's really good, like, experience, and I'm glad for the relationships that I built. But other than that, I do not miss teaching, and I don't know that I'll ever go back. I'm not going to say never, because it could happen, but as of right now, I don't plan to go back. We're going to go ahead and get all of these dishes washed up, go ahead and start the dishwasher, wipe down these counters, and I'm going to show y'all our new kitchen rug. Okay, next question says, are you prepping for fall yet? If so, what colors are you going with? And then somebody else said, are you doing fall early on your channel this year? And that's so funny that y'all said that, because I feel like on my channel, everybody always says, you're so early, but August is not early to me. In August, summer is over in my mind because kids go back to school. And when I was a teacher, I like to have all my fall decorations out before I went back to school. That way I wouldn't have to bother with it after I was in school teaching. So I just have always decorated at the beginning of August. I think that may be early for some, but if you are an early fall person, then early August, maybe mid-August is when I'll have my fall stuff out. I'm excited about fall this year. I think fall is so cozy. Everything is so warm, and I don't know, I just love fall so much. I love the fall leaves. I love the mums. I love pumpkin patches, and Oliver was born in the fall. The fall is just really happy. However, I do want to enjoy summer, and today is actually the official first day of summer when I'm doing this voiceover. So I'm going to try to soak up summer as much as I can, but I am just as excited about fall as y'all are. Now I'm opening up our rug for the kitchen. I was super excited about this one. I've been wanting a rug like this for our kitchen forever, and I couldn't find the perfect size, but Rugs USA had the perfect size for our kitchen. This one is really similar to the one in our master bathroom, but it's a different size. This kitchen is a really weird size, and so it's kind of hard to fit a rug here, but this one is beautiful in here, and I feel like now I can be a lot more creative with the decor that I use in here. I need to add a lot more warmer tones on the countertops, but that gray rug, the charcoal one that we had in here before, had me really limited with what I could do with my decor, so I'm excited about that. Now we're moving into the guest bathroom. I'm going to straighten up and clean off the countertops. We're going to clean the toilet and the floor and give this bathroom a really good reset. This next question says, how do you occupy yourself during the summer when you're not teaching? And I guess they don't know I'm not teaching anymore, but when I was teaching in the summertime, I didn't have any kids, so I would go to the pool and lay out. Sometimes I would pick up my nephews and we'd go to the pool. I would go to Sonic and get slushies. I would make lots of really yummy recipes. Will and I were freshly married whenever I was first teaching, so we made lots of new recipes. I loved watching The Bachelor or whichever one is on in the summertime. And yeah, that's kind of what I did whenever I was teaching. I still had lots of professional developments to go to and things like that, so there's not really a whole lot of free time, but the free time that I did have, that's what we did. And now that I have a baby and I'm not teaching, I spend a lot of time at home. We like to play in the kiddie pool in the backyard and grill out and just kind of watch TV, stay out of the sun because it's so hot in Arkansas. Oliver doesn't really like to get very hot, but that's kind of what we've been doing lately. We do want to venture out and go to some state parks and see some waterfalls, and then we want to go to the beach. We also have a water park nearby that's really nice, and we like to go to that sometimes too, but we kind of just take it easy, chill. But let me know if you have any good ideas for stuff that you like to do in the summer. I know a couple videos back y'all gave me some really good ideas for stuff to do with toddlers during the summer. I'll try to find that video and link it for y'all in case you're looking for stuff to do, because some of y'all had some really good ideas.
Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. We got this. We got this. We got this.
Our little trash can cracked, so I've got to get a new one, but for now I'm just using this trash bag to load up that little pod. We're going to wipe down the toilet with my Clorox or my Lysol, whatever this is, and my microfiber cloth. Somebody asked me in last week's video, are you using the same cloth on your toilet as you did on your sink and your tub? And I just wanted to tell that person yes, because like that's obvious. You just don't do that. That's gross. I usually don't even use microfiber cloth on my toilet at all. I think it's disgusting. And I really just want to throw these cloths away when I'm done. I end up just throwing them in the washer and putting some of that Lysol in there. But I really do not like to use cloths on gross stuff like that because it's just really full of bacteria. I will normally use like some wipes, Lysol wipes or Clorox wipes, but I was all out. And this next video you see is probably going to be me stocking up on all of my cleaning supplies because I was running low on literally everything. I don't know how that happens, but I run out of everything at once. So we're going to have to do a little haul and stock up. But for now, we got it taken care of. Don't worry about my washcloths. It was funny though, because a few weeks back I had somebody say, why are you wasting all of those wipes on your toilet? You can use a microfiber cloth. So everybody is different. Just let everybody live their life the way they want to live their life. But we got the bathroom cleaned up. Now I'm moving on into Oliver's room. His room was trashed. This is what happens when you try to do a toy rotation while your kid is awake. So I'm not going to do that ever again. We have toys everywhere, and most of it is my fault. So we're going to go ahead and get the nugget put up. That was a big part of the issue. And then we're going to clean up all of these toys.
I'll do it on my way. I'm gonna show you what I'm going through. Get you out of your comfort zone. Cause I need more of the truth right now. It's time that you
Okay, I feel like now is the perfect time to answer the next question, which is Oliver still sleeping in y'all's room? The answer to that is yes, he's in his crib, but I will say I'm still co-sleeping with him sometimes too. We're not very disciplined with the whole crib training thing, and I want to get better. I don't need to get better. I feel like a lot of people say you have to do this, you have to do that. You don't have to do anything. You can do whatever you want as a parent. You're the parent. But I do want to sleep train him in his crib so that we can move it in his nursery, especially if we're going to have another baby, because that's going to be too much happening in that room. And so I have to get him used to being in his nursery, but I need to get a really good baby monitor. If you have a recommendation, leave it below, because we've got to get one for his nursery. I'm really freaked out to put him in his nursery because it's so far across the house, and I wish his room was like right next door to ours, and that's why I have his crib in our room. But anyways, the answer to that is yes, his crib is still in our room. He is sleeping in his crib most of the time, and we'll hopefully transition his crib back to his nursery very soon. And when we do, we'll just move that little playhouse out in the backyard.
turn this around. Hey, bro, don't you look at that. I said, my friend, what you looking at? I think she is something for me. Excuse me.
The next question is, if Oliver had been a girl, what would you have named him? I love talking baby names. It's like my favorite thing ever. I have a running list in my phone of all of the baby names that I want to use. And I don't know, I can only have so many kids, but I have way too many names. I actually shared what I wanted to name a baby girl if I had one at my gender reveal before Oliver was born. So I want to see how many of y'all remember what that name is. If you do, you can comment it. It's not a secret or anything, but I do feel like baby names are really special. And if you put it out there too soon, I feel like people start to talk about it, and then you get this thing in your head that it's not good enough. And that's what we did with Oliver's name. We told everybody that we knew his name like so early, and then we just heard so many things about it. We still wanted his name to be Oliver because we decided that early on in our marriage that we loved that name. But I don't know. I just feel like names are very special. So I'm not going to just outright say it, but y'all comment down below, and I'm just going to look at all the comments and giggle if you get it right.
You don't need to worry, cause I got this all down. And we get on together.
And we can be so much more than who we are. So much more than who we are. We can.
Okay, now we're in the master bathroom, and I'm just going to do some light cleaning, wipe down the countertops and the toilet. We deep cleaned this bathroom not too long ago, and we took down all of the decor in here last week because we're getting ready to do some redecorating. Really excited about that. But the next question is, how did you paint your piano? And I actually have a video that I did that in. It was in last year's spring videos, and I will try to find it and link it for y'all. If I forget a link, because I've said that a lot in this video, if I forget a link, just comment and I will try to link it below your comment. But anyways, yeah, I did that last spring, and I didn't follow any like professional instruction because I've done lots of chalk painting in my house on different pieces of furniture, and I found that it's best if you just wipe down the piece of furniture that you're working with, make sure there's no dust particles, and then you slap the chalk paint on there, and then use a piece of sandpaper or a sand sponge and kind of rough it up. Don't put any polyurethane on top unless you have like experience with it, because we did that on our kitchen table and it yellowed and cracked and it just is not pretty. So I found that furniture that's chalk painted looks so much more beautiful when you don't put anything on top. You just chalk paint it, sand it, and you're done. Now, if you're a musician, you're probably cringing because sanding an instrument is not good. Like, all of those dust particles are falling down in. So if you're a professional pianist and you want your piano painted, definitely don't listen to my advice. Go find somebody else, because I am not a musician. I just wanted Oliver to be able to, you know, kind of play on the piano, practice as a kid. We got that piano off Facebook Marketplace, so it was nothing crazy. But definitely, if you're gonna like want your piano to stay nice for a really, really long time, look up somebody else's video, because I just kind of threw ours together. But anyways, now we're moving on into the office. I'm just going to take some stuff off my desk, wipe it down. This hadn't been done in a while, and dust was starting to pile up. And I'm not going to mess too much with Will's stuff. I did kind of organize his desk off camera. He's got lots of stuff going on with his job. He is a lender at a bank, and I didn't want to like show anything that was not supposed to be shown to the camera. So didn't work too much on his side of the office, but we're going to vacuum up in here and call it good.
Staring at you when you make that smile, I'm moving closer to you now. I can't get close enough somehow. And I was down until you saved me, until you set me free. My eyes were closed, now I see clear as day. And I just wanted to say that you can take me high. Feels like I can fly.
Okay, so tonight for dinner, I'm going to make a homemade pizza. This is one we've never made before, and I'm so excited. We have a restaurant here in town called Zaza, and they have a pizza called the Green and White, and it's got mushrooms and onions and goat cheese. It is so good, but it doesn't have the red sauce as a base. It has like an olive oil base with garlic and lemon juice, so I'm so excited to share this with y'all. My Uncle Rick has a really good pizza crust recipe, so I'm going to make the crust, and then we're going to add spinach and mushrooms and onion and goat cheese and all of the things. So let's get this started.
I'm always one step behind, wishing I could read your mind, but I'm ready, yeah, never ready. I wish I could have made.
Okay, this recipe goes really fast, so I wanted to go ahead and get our onions and mushrooms sauteing so they'd be ready to add to the pizza when the dough is done. So for the pizza crust, you just add in 2.5 cups of flour, 2 to 3 tablespoons of sugar, 2 packages of the rapid rise yeast, 1.5 cups of warm water, and a half teaspoon of salt. And I'll leave all of the instructions down in the description box, but this crust is so good. You can make it as thick or as thin as you want. We made it a little bit thick on this night. I think next time we'll make it a little bit more thin, but it was so delicious. It's almost like eating like a yeast roll with your pizza. It's so good. But we're going to add mushrooms and onions and lemon juice, olive oil, and this pizza is by far my favorite pizza ever. And what's funny about it is Will does not care for anything that doesn't have meat. He usually won't eat anything or eat what I make unless it has meat in it. But he tried this pizza and he was shocked. Like, you could tell by the look on his face, he was like, this is so good. So I was so excited to find out that he likes this too, because we're going to be making this so much. But got the dough rolled out. I put some olive oil on there, some lemon juice, Italian seasoning, garlic salt, and we're going to rub all that in with the back of a metal spoon. I feel like that's the easiest way to not tear the dough. And then we're going to add in goat cheese. I like to spread this out in like, not all over the pizza, but just in large clumps, and then fill in the holes with mozzarella shredded cheese. Normally, I would like to use mozzarella that I shred myself, but I was kind of in a hurry, so we just used the bagged shredded mozzarella, and it did just fine. Once we get the shredded cheese all spread out, we're going to add in some Parmesan. I'm just going to sprinkle it over the whole pizza, and then we're going to add on our mushrooms and our onions and our spinach. And then I just like to top this pizza with a sprinkling of the mozzarella cheese. Not a whole lot, because if you get too much on there, you're biting into a big old chunk of cheese. And don't get me wrong, I love cheese, but that much at once is kind of a lot. And then I do like to do big clumps of the goat cheese because it's super creamy, and the lemon juice and the goat cheese really make this recipe. Okay, as we're getting this pizza ready for the oven, I'm going to answer one last question, and it says, were you nervous to start YouTube, and how did you gain followers? And I was a little bit nervous, mostly excited, but when I posted my first video, I got really nervous because I only got like 10 views, and I panicked, and I wanted to delete that video, but I decided to keep trying, and with consistent uploads, I started to get more views, and I feel like that's the key with YouTube. You have to be really consistent and stay within your niche. But y'all, this pizza was so good. And then how did I gain followers? I think consistency is key. I hope a lot of you decide to join YouTube too, and we can be YouTube besties. Remember, there is an audience for everyone, and I will see y'all next week. Bye!